The pediatric wing of the city hospital echoed with the beeping of machines and quiet footsteps of nurses hurrying between rooms. Among them was Nurse Emily, soft-spoken, kind-eyed, and wearing slightly faded scrubs that had seen better days. She didn't have much, barely enough to make rent, but she had a heart that never stopped giving. One rainy Thursday evening, a new patient was admitted, a little girl named Lily, barely 6 years old. Pale, scared, and unusually quiet, she clutched a pink blanket, but had no toys, no books, and no visitors. Emily noticed her right away. "Hey, sweetheart," Emily whispered with a gentle smile, kneeling beside the bed. "I'm Nurse Emily. I'll be here with you, okay?" Lily didn't speak. She only nodded, her eyes red from crying. That night, Emily went home to her small apartment, a one-room space with peeling paint and second-hand furniture. On her dresser stood a single porcelain doll, worn but cherished. It had belonged to her mother and then to her. She had kept it for years, the only keepsake of her childhood. But Emily couldn't forget Lily's sad eyes. The next morning, she wrapped the doll gently in tissue paper and tucked it into her bag. At the hospital, she sat beside Lily again. "I brought you something," she said quietly, unwrapping the doll. Lily's eyes lit up. "For me?" "Yes, she's very special. She's a good listener, and she always stays close when you're scared." Lily hugged the doll tightly, burying her face in it. For the first time, she smiled. 2 days later, a sharply dressed man arrived at the hospital. His name was Daniel Whitmore, and he was the CEO of one of the largest tech firms in the country. A man known for boardroom power plays and luxury, not sentiment. He rushed to Lily's room. His only daughter, "Daddy," Lily cried, leaping into his arms with the doll still clutched in her hand. Daniel had been away on an emergency overseas trip when Lily was admitted. Now, back at her side, he noticed the doll. "Where did you get this?" he asked gently. "From Nurse Emily." Lily beamed. "She gave it to me when I was scared." Daniel stared at the old doll for a moment, then at his daughter, happier than he'd seen her in weeks. Later, he found Emily in the hallway, refilling charts. "Are you Nurse Emily?" he asked. She turned, confused. "Yes, sir. Can I help you?" "I wanted to thank you," Daniel said, "for what you gave Lily. She told me about the doll." Emily smiled awkwardly. She looked so lonely. "It was nothing, really." He raised an eyebrow. "Nothing?" "That doll looked personal." Emily hesitated, then nodded. "It belonged to my mother, and then to me. But Lily needed it more." Daniel was silent for a moment, visibly moved. "You gave away your only doll to comfort a stranger's child. Most people wouldn't." Emily shrugged softly. "Maybe. But kindness spreads." A week later, Lily was discharged. She held Emily's hand the entire way out. Daniel watched, his expression unreadable. "Thank you again," he said quietly. "You've done more than you know." Emily nodded with a warm smile and waved as Lily left. That weekend, Emily returned home after a long shift. But something was different. Parked outside her building was a sleek black car, and at her door was a man in a suit. "Daniel, I hope this isn't intrusive," he said, holding out a small box. I wanted to return something. Inside the box was a replica of the porcelain doll, but new, pristine, custom-made, and next to it, the original, carefully restored. Emily gasped. You fixed her, Daniel smiled. My company's R&D team isn't usually in the toy business, but I pulled a few strings. Also, Lily insisted on keeping her doll, so we made her a twin. Emily chuckled, overcome. And one more thing, Daniel added. We're opening a new pediatric foundation for children in hospitals who don't have anyone. We need someone compassionate to lead it. Someone who understands how small acts change lives. Emily's eyes widened. Me. Daniel nodded. There's a generous salary and full scholarship if you want to finish medical school, too. Tears welled in Emily's eyes. Why would you do this for me? Daniel looked at her, genuinely. Because you were there when my daughter needed someone most, and because the world needs more people like you in charge. Months later, Emily stood in a bright new hospital wing. The sign above reading, the Lily Whitmore Pediatric Foundation Director. Emily rose. Lily ran up to her and hugged her tightly, still holding the door. You're my hero, Lily whispered. Emily knelt down, smiling through tears. No, sweetheart, you were mine first.